My name is Olivia Nemhart. I am a senior at the University of Delaware and an English major. As a half-Black woman and part of the LGBTQ community, I take the silencing of Bayard Rustin very personally. I also think as a society today, we could all learn a lot from his want to intersectionalize minority communities so that they can all have a voice together. Oh, don't look so surprised to see your boyfriend, Martin. Always a pleasure to see you, Bayard. You looked about as shocked as those boys on my high school football team with a queer word outside them. Left tackle, I know the story. I didn't come to boast. What is on your mind, Bayard? I want to make sure this isn't a repeat of the march Randolph planned in 41. Apparently, the politics of the war on fascism were important enough for good old Roosevelt to give us blacks what we were asking for, finally. It was a good ask. Would you have found Reverend A.J. Musk's Fellowship of Reconciliation without them calling off the march? I'm not sure, but it did make me damn sure I can speak to an audience. I spent that year with Musk, traveling and speaking out on behalf of the Congress of Racial Equality. And the next year you were arrested. Damn right I was arrested. I was raised in a Quaker household, and I'm not being drafted for no war when there's a war on this land still to be fought. Amen to that. Spare me. The year after, I was right back with the Congress of Racial Equality. Where's my credit for inspiring the freedom rides damn near 14 years sooner? You traveled to India after that? Right. Where's my damn credit for nonviolence, Dr. King? You were arrested again after the trip. I did my time just like you. I guess it's not as luxurious when you're in there for having sex with a man. Don't worry, Martin. I know now that sex for me must be sublimated if I'm to live with myself and in this world longer. I'm not sorry for meeting you, but I am sorry for what happened. It was not about me. It was about the movement. That Democratic National Convention would have been a great site for a march. But instead, you let old Adam Clayton Powell Jr. get the best of you. I apologize. And I get to forgive you on my terms. Which are? I understand, Martin. To be black in America is no easy feat. But to be gay on top of that is not something I'd wish on the weak-hearted. Randolph and I have been working on this march for a year now. I get it. I have a troubled past. You seem to have left being kicked out of the Communist Party from your brief history. Who gets kicked out of the Communist Party? Never a dull moment with you. Never. So today damn sure won't be. Randolph brought us together in the first place, so I came here today for him, but really this conversation is for me. I was raised on Quaker values and the belief that we are all part of one single human family, and all members of that family are equal. I'm tired of marching. I want change. But we need more than their leftovers. We need jobs, Martin. You got all those white folks riled up in Birmingham, ready to listen? Do that again today. I suspect there will be 100,000 people out there today. You ready? I've read your organizing manual. I'm ready. You lead. I'm reading the demands, though. Of course you are.
Bayard Rustin remained out of sight for the most part during the March on Washington in 1963, where 200,000 people showed. However, he did make it onto the cover of Life later that year. Despite tension that grew within the movement he had such a huge influence on, he continued to stand by what he believed in, which included gay rights. Rustin was not solely focused on civil rights, but equality for anyone who did not yet have it. He opened up after 30 years about pushing aside his homosexuality, and later works would detail the rest of his controversial life. Rustin died on August 24, 1987. However, President Barack Obama awarded Rustin the Medal of Freedom in 2013. As quoted by Barack Obama, he had a faith that if the cause is just and the people are organized, nothing can stand in our way.